It's a beautiful place. It was a beautiful place before the spill, and fairly quickly after the spill it became a beautiful place. But I hesitate to say that that means it's recovered. Certainly there is still oil present on many of the beaches.
During the summer of 1997, cleanup crews returned to Sleepy Bay on Latouche Island, an area used for subsistence by the nearby village of Chiniga Bay.
Well, to me, it makes me feel real happy that they're actually taking care of coming back and doing a lot of extra cleanup to get rid of this other oily waste that they said was probably never here to begin with. That was all clean and all the beaches were clean.
Primarily it's stuck in between the cracks of these large rocks, which is protecting it from breaking down naturally. The oil spill really affected the Chiniga people, more so perhaps than anybody else. They're the only people who really live next to the oil.
These are our beaches, so we really like to make sure that they're safe and clean, and we have good sea life out here to be able to live off of, because that's what we use as subsistence out here. You know, that's our means of life.
The success of the 1997 cleanup at Sleepy Bay is still being debated. Not surprising in an area where even the definition of clean has been argued for 10 years. David Sale was a scientist for Alaska's Department of Environmental Conservation during the cleanup. They returned to Sleepy Bay in 1998 to see if any oil remained.
There was oil this thick on the beach here, and a lot of it is gone now, but a lot of it is, there's a lot of stuff still here underneath the rocks and kind of buried in. There's quite a bit of asphalt underneath here in the crevices, and then underneath the asphalt is this goo that's pretty much binding things together.
In a tidal lagoon on Knight Island, the decision was made not to intervene with nature's own cleanup effort.
This was pretty heavily oiled in here. All along this shoreline here was, and the oil got back into this and pretty much saturated these sediments. And they didn't clean this up. It was left as is, partly because to clean it up would have involved just basically digging out everything that was here and removing it all. So it was left as is.
It's slowly starting to come back. I would think by the time that my kids have kids, that hopefully by then it'll be back to normal, or at least a half normal anyway, of what it was before the spill.
So I guess we should feel optimistic about the ability of a system to perhaps not respond within 1 year or 5 years, but within some time period to come back to a beautiful system after a catastrophic event.